Tuk Talks! Buckle up, it's Tuk Talks. Buffalo, New York has always been known as the city of good neighbors. These days, we've also taken to calling it the city of great creators. Tuk Talks is dedicated to showcasing artists, musicians, chefs, brewers, and innovators of business that are kickstarting the city of Buffalo all over again. Takasudo, a street and graffiti artist from Tokyo, Japan. Zamir Gata, the owner of Zamir Vodka. Addison Henderson, director, actor, producer, and writer. We've noticed a renaissance happening, and it can be seen all around us. So hop on board as we chat, cruise, and show you what makes Buffalo great, right now and on the horizon.
So what was this other dimension you was talking about?
World of the day. The clock's ticking.
It's coming for all of us.
Are you ready?
Let go.
I want to feel comfortable. I killed 3 people. Oh man. I put my seatbelt on. This is what they have in Thailand.
So it's like a slice of Thailand.
Buffalo. I made a comment on Facebook. I said, not that Harvey Weinstein.
Degenerates.
I put my seatbelt on. You need help? You need a hand? You need help with your hand? Don't put up.
Leaning against the post on Allen Street up to no good.
This is Rob Szobski from Tuk Talks. I'm here with my man Mark Madden.
We're at Duke's Bohemian Grove Bar in Allentown, ready to talk about Buffalo's newest film project. You guys want to introduce yourselves?
I'm Trent Maurice Bowling, lead producer of G.O.D.
Yo, you said your middle name?
I know.
Okay. My name is Addison Henderson. I am the writer, director, star, producer of G.O.D. Back in Buffalo. Been back since January doing this movie, and now it's finally wrapping up.
My name's Kevin Chloe. I'm the I fluff the pillows on G.O.D. So, no, I actually work on it. These guys are my brothers.
Yeah,
Addison and I write a lot of stuff together, so we're just here to support that.
Yeah.
G.O.D. is Give Us a Death.
Yep.
Obviously, it's a romantic comedy.
Yes. It's a beautiful,
It'll
dark
make you
romantic comedy, my friend.
too.
Yeah. With a great ending. Everybody falls in love and walks through a rainbow.
You'll laugh, you'll cry.
Oh yeah.
Where did the initial concept for the film idea come from? Like, what was the roots of the idea of the concept?
Okay, so about maybe 3 years ago, I wrote this short film. It was also an acronym called DUST. Dreams Unhinged, Synthesizing Time, trying to make time whole again and get back the things you lost. And I wrote this short, and I was like, man, I want to shoot this in Buffalo as a short, you know, and I was like, why would I invest all that and just to come back and shoot a short? I just need to do a feature. So I took these kind of like this concept within this short, which is like 11 pages, about this dream. It was kind of dreamy dream sequences about this man, you know, accepting his mortality.
Sure.
And the people that are around him. And so, and I was like, okay, and I put that to the side. And then like 2 years later, I started having this idea about a hitman. And I started talking to different people and getting a feeling and just like meeting different people. And then it just hit me. I was like, okay, I'm gonna do a story about a hitman, you know, who's lost his family, right? And I can use the short and put this in there. And so I started breaking the story down. And then I was in the Hamptons last summer with Trent. This is last summer. And I was like, Trent, I'm gonna do this movie about this hitman. And we were driving back from the Hamptons, like, okay, that's great, I like it. And then he started giving me ideas. You gotta have a cop. we need this one person in there that's like this. And I was like, oh, that's a good idea. And I started writing it. Came here in the fall, had a script, gave it to the guys. We started raising money and things of that nature. And you know, it was a long slog through the winter trying to get the money because we didn't know if we were going to get it. And one thing I have to say is that people in the team that was working with me, they never let me fail. Even when I was like sitting by the lake, skipping rocks across the pond, they were fucking moving mountains for me. And so they never let me stop. And then next thing you know, I started reaching out to people in LA, and they were like, we love it. You know, one of my other creative partners, Chadwick, he read the script, gave me notes, turned the script around a little bit, and it got even better. We did some more stuff, got even better, and got it to a company called Lagra Lane. And then that sealed our fate. We were in full production and shot the movie in the spring. And everybody that's around me, we've created a movie in less than a year. An indie movie.
In Buffalo, New York.
Yeah, in Buffalo.
And I think that's kind of what we're here to talk about. When you mention your team and everything coming together, what the difficulties are shooting here in Buffalo and what kind of resources that you have back home, which is Buffalo's always your home, but you're based out of LA now.
Right.
Well,
So
is it difficult or is it easier because we're a smaller city?
Coming back here to do movies?
Yeah.
You know, honestly speaking, I don't, you know, I'll do a movie in LA. Why not? If the script is right, if I like it. But I like shooting in Buffalo, actually. And my whole idea was to come back here and shoot the movie.
Right, you were comfortable.
But
with
yeah,
the
yes,
players
absolutely.
that-
So I felt very comfortable coming back here, working with my Buffalo team, and also growing up here. All the grand architecture, it's rustic beauty, you know, here. And I knew that I could frame it in a certain way to accentuate those facts of Buffalo.
Bringing it back to the Forgotten City. At the end, Byron Brown, they meet with Byron Brown, and he gives this pep talk about building up the city. And what was that, 15 years ago?
Yeah, 15 years ago.
15 years ago.
Yeah.
How do you think it compares from when you made that film to coming back here today?
I read an article. First thing I do, I get up in the morning, I go on my Apple News and I start just looking through what's happening. Some paper in the United Kingdom rated Buffalo one of the top 10 summer cities in America. Something, you know what I mean? And that, you know, you can have a lot of fun here. Buffalo's always been a fun town to me, but it's like, you know, just
come a long way.
right. And our beauty is really the picturesque parts of Buffalo, you know, are really, you know, heightened now because we have more people with their eyes on it, you know. And I think that it has come a long way since I was here, though, you know, because I can remember taking walks with my father down by by Lake Erie down there, where the old the mills are, and he was like, they're gonna redo all this, they're gonna make this up, and I was like, okay, we'll see, and they did. Yeah.
I was just at the Hatch tonight, and we used to always go down there when I was a kid. My mom's birthday or Mother's Day, it was always like a tradition, and that was the only thing you went downtown, like you went to the waterfront for. It was the Hatch. That was the only thing there.
Speaking of that, in different parts of Buffalo, we know we shot here at DVGD's.
Yes.
Key scene or two here that we talked about some murders that happened right in this vicinity.
He
Yeah.
killed 27 people.
Oh my God, 27. It's a very specific number.
Took the 27 club to a whole
Right.
new meeting.
Yeah, I know.
What was some other favorite spots that you got to shoot outside of this area?
Woodlawn Beach was a great spot. Shot a nice sequence there. It was a beautiful sequence, actually. So we had the drone coming in and all this stuff. It was great. It was great. That's one of that stick out to me.
We shot at this rooftop on the Lamarca building, the
Yes.
attorneys downtown,
Yes.
and it like we were shooting up there, and it was like the first time it's ever been filmed on, and people were like, why hasn't nobody ever shot here? It's like, that's right, it was waiting for me.
Right. Groundbreaking.
Right, yeah.
And nobody's seen that site.
Exactly.
Yet, so this movie's going to showcase different areas, some views that Buffalo hasn't seen.
Yeah, absolutely. And you know, we did shoot at the old train station, but we found
Central
the
Terminal.
Central Terminal. We
yeah.
we found a part of it on the outskirts of it. The adjacent part of it where it just looks like some old school alien landing pod,
Yeah,
and it was
it
like it was all
was great.
torn up and
Fantastic.
everything like that, and we were like, okay, this
Yeah,
is
the
amazing.
industrial wasteland.
Yes,
of what Buffalo
exactly.
Used to be, that you're showcasing
Exactly.
some of that east side that hasn't been really redeveloped yet. That a lot of this progress hasn't touched on.
Absolutely, we shot a lot in this neighborhood too. We used houses in this neighborhood.
Yeah, Allentown has a ton of history.
You know, we shot an amazing chase scene right over here on the other side of this. You know, and that connected it to the Lamarca building in this fantastic way because I was.
First chase scene, man?
Yeah, it's my first chase scene. Yeah.
How'd that go down, man?
Yeah, it
Great
went
chase
good
scene.
because
Yeah.
but we had to connect it. I had to run down
First
this alley.
chasing for a movie.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly.
Yeah.
And then I was like, okay, how are we gonna connect this? Is this gonna work? I was worried, and then when I saw it put together, I was like, okay, this works.
When you were doing your initial casting, did you have people in mind that you knew was perfect for this role?
There were a couple lead characters, like the owner of this bar, JJ Alfieri. Not only he had this bar, but I know JJ's a great actor. And then they just did a phenomenal job. They just did a phenomenal job, and I was like, because I knew Buffalo had a lot of talent, you know what I mean? And I know Buffalo has a lot of talent, like, you know, just from doing stuff around here when I was younger. You know, that brings me to this moment in this stage in my career now. The movie's gonna do well. You know, it's a good movie. It comes from the heart of everybody that worked on it. It has a lot of adrenaline, a lot of tenacity, all that. It's in this film.
What's the best way for all of us to follow along with where we're headed from the festivals and everything else?
On Instagram, follow Night Owl Republic Films.
Yeah.
On Facebook, follow Night Owl Republic Films, and that way you can keep a hold on what we're doing and be a part of the movement that's happening here. Because one thing I want to say, I shot this movie here. I've always been shooting movies here. I'm going to continue to do that. I want to bring TV series here. I want to bring more movies here. I just want to keep pumping up my city.
Nice, man.
I love it here.
Oh, yeah. That's the truth.
I do.
That's the
I
truth.
do.
You want to jump in?
I do.
No, we're good, man.
I think we're going to jump in the Tuk Tuk and go on a...
Going on a
recreate the
Tuk Tuk.
chase.
Baby, I like it raw. Yeah, baby, I like it raw.
Yes. There you go.
Oh, man. Let's jump up. I know. Jump up. You missed it. Right, you gotta give me one of those pictures like on the freshest drive. Many thanks to Buffalo Rising, Music is Art, Queen City Tuk Tuk, Lit 716, and Mad Graphics. Jump on board, it's Tuk Talks. Join us next episode on Tuk Talks.
The main man in charge, Addison Henderson.
Kevin.
Kevin.
You want to start it?
Yeah.
I'm the Tuk. I'm the Tuk.
The Tuki Tuk.
How do you control this? Like a pilot or a helicopter?
It's just kind of like almost like a motorcycle.
I was like, oh my God, it looks just alike. It looks just alike.
I had my sister out as my camera.
I gotta see the sister.
Look at Trump. You didn't think
We got the list
we were
raising here.
making out all night
I did not. I was tipsy. I was tipsy.
Rob's up.
Tipsy whipsy. G.O.D. for life. I'm sorry. Oh, you reverse? You reverse? Yeah, I'm in reverse.
Tipsy Whipsy.
It's not a lot of words that come to mind. What I mean to say, there's so many words that come to mind, I can lose them all right now, but I'm just so thankful. All Buffalo crew, mostly Buffalo cast, and it's just amazing. I have to thank the sponsors that made this happen tonight. Jay Berube, WFO Power 96, Black Buffalo. All the news and radio stations, WBLK, that had me on there, Buffalo News, thank you so much. You allowed for this to happen. And I'm just thankful. You know, today, honestly, I'm gonna get to this quick. It's been a real tough day for me. Because I knew that if Chad was still here with us in the physical form, he would be here tonight. And you know, I was calling my friends and my brothers back in LA and just talking to them and telling them that, you know, we miss him and we wish he was here. So if you don't just mind, can you just give us 15 seconds of silence for the brother and great friend, a man of the world that changed the world, Chadwick Boseman.